China Syndrome, 3 Mile Island, and the script. China Syndrome is a movie that came out about a nuclear facility that could, quote, melt down. And how far would it melt down? It could melt down all the way to China. Now, when I was young and I was out in the yard digging holes, we would say we're digging a hole all the way to China because of the globe Earth. And so the expression that the nuclear reactor would melt down all the way to China. That's the title of the movie. Now, 3 Mile Island is a, quote, actual nuclear facility located in Dauphin County, Pennsylvania, not far from the capital city of Harrisburg. Now pay close attention to what Galen Windsor, that's a gentleman right here, and he's a hoaxer, but a hoaxer, even a hoaxer has to tell you the truth somehow, some way, in their words, in their gestures. He's going to just basically say it to you and to me and to the whole world what the truth was about the so-called 3 Mile Island disaster, a nuclear facility that was threatening to explode. Incidentally, the movie was released on March 16th, 1979. 12 days later, March 28th, 1979, the 3 Mile Island incident, or scare, or scam, begins to develop. And there's your 21, take the 12, reverse the 2 and the 1, that's 21, that's your 3 sevens, your blackjack to the head, a mind weapon, a very strong and severe mind weapon to your head. But don't worry, Mr. Galen Windsor, remember he's a hoaxer too, but he's going to just tell everybody right up front the truth of the matter about 3 Mile Island. Listen in on the interview.
Things that would invalidate some of the safety controls, for instance, emergency core cooling system. The only reason they put ECCS on a reactor is to destroy it. When you start these big babies up, because they're so big, you only warm them up 50 degrees an hour. And they say, we got an emergency, throw the emergency core cooling system on like they did at 3 Mile Island 2, and you're going to thermally shock that big machine and ruin it so it can never be used again.
Let's talk about 3 Mile Island. What really happened there? We've heard all kinds of stories about meltdown.
Okay, see my other video on a real, R-E-A-L, or real, R-E-E-L. What really happened here. Now, give us the truth, okay? That's R-E-A-L. But we're talking about the R-E-E-L-S, the reels that are spinning, all right? The movie that's being projected on the screen. So what's the truth about 3 Mile Island? Now listen to Galen Windsor. He's going to just blurt it right out and tell everybody.
And they made movies on it that this meltdown could melt right through the earth, clear through to China, and we've seen a lot of scare stories. What really happened at 3 Mile Island? Do you know what really happened there?
Yes, I do. I followed that one very closely. In fact, I know the guys personally who wrote the script for China Syndrome and also wrote the script for the 3 Mile Island fiasco. Dale Breidenbaugh, Dick Hubbard, and Greg Miner, who used to work with me at General Electric, are the MBH associates that wrote that China Syndrome script. And not only that, remember that was the time China Syndrome came out, Jane Fonda starring. 14 months ahead of the TMI-2 accident, it was predicted in writing in New York State that accident would happen.
Okay, 14 months, that's a 7. There's no prediction. They all know about it. It's a script sent out in advance. If you could imagine it arriving in the mail, here's the script for what's going to happen. And people up in New York are going to, quote, predict it. There's nothing to predict.
year from the date that 3 Mile Island 2 reactor started up. It started up in March 1978. And
Okay, look, look, look. It's going to get worse, the duping delight. Look. Look at him snickering. He can hardly stand it.
it went down March 28th, 1979, right?
There you are. Come on. Laugh with him. Laugh. It's funny. It's funny. Everybody had a script. What do you think's going on right now, people? But the script was sent out to every country in the world about a virus. Just like 3 Mile Island was going to melt down all the way to China. And isn't it interesting how China gets blamed? They got blamed in the 1979 China Syndrome movie. It was right in the headlines. And look at Mr. Galen Windsor laughing and laughing and laughing. He just told you it was all a movie. He just told you it was a script. He just told you it was about writing a script and getting actors.
On the day, 1-year anniversary. In other words, with 14 months advance notice, the industry still went along with the sham. Nothing happened there except that the owner, the operator...
Nothing happened there. Nothing happened there. Because it's just a movie set. Oh yeah, maybe they do boil water. That's what Galen Windsor says. They're the greatest, most efficient plants in the world to boil water. There's no nuclear. Because nuclear is a hoax, people. It's a hoax. So let's take a look at some of these hoaxsters and see. Okay, here's Mr. Galen Windsor in his older years of life. He's a celebrity. He's a big shot. He made a lot of money as a hoaxster. And here's 3 Mile Island. Remember, that's supposed to be the reality, the real, R-E-A-L. But remember what Galen Windsor told you? That the movie, The China Syndrome, the script, now that came out on March 16th, 1979. So the script was already written. So all they did was say, people, actors, okay, let's begin the script. And when do we begin it? On March the 28th. 1979. Let's begin the script. March 28th, 1979. The same script that was used for the movie is used where? At 3 Mile Island. Why? Because one is a real, R-E-E-L, right, a movie, and the other is supposed to be real, R-E-A-L, but it's just another real, R-E-E-L. I hope you get it. And it takes hoaxsters like Galen Windsor, a man who has duping delight, because he pulled off a hoax with you and with me. Okay? So this ends the video. Don't be afraid of a virus. It doesn't exist. The script was sent out. It was sent out to every state in the United States. And it was sent out to every country in the world. It's one world order, people. It's one world order. It's the Novo Odos Seclorum on the back of the dollar bill. The Latin phrase is often translated as the New World Order. Don't fear it. Give yourself over to Christ. Get the mind of Christ. Get the Spirit of truth, the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is the Spirit of truth. If you have Christ in your life, the mind of Christ, and the Spirit of truth, the Holy Spirit, you can see right through these hoaxsters. And you won't be frightened by a mysterious virus that originated in China. It's the China syndrome all over, but with a different theme and different titles. Thank you for watching. End of video.